feel like you need to see a therapist, but you don't know which specialist to choose. In this case, the first thing you can do is ask your friends who already have some experience with psychotherapy to suggest you one. Usually, the people we surround ourselves with are similar to us, have similar topics, similar dynamics. So if this psychotherapist did a good job for them, most probably he will be a good fit for you as well. Of course, it's important to feel how you feel around that therapist. Most of the cases, it will be a good match for you as well. However, sometimes maybe not, so it's up to you to decide at the end. Another way to find a therapist is to look online. Most psychotherapists have their websites, have social media where they post what they have been through, where they have studied, what topics they specialize in. You can read articles from them, you can see videos from them, so you can see if something resonates with you. Me, for example, I'm from Bulgaria. I've lived abroad quite some time, so I know firsthand the struggles there. And very often people who are about to move abroad, take this step, they contact me when they need support. Also, a lot of therapists offer some online lectures, courses, or even some lectures live, workshops. You can go there to see them, to see how you feel around them, even to see how they talk, how they walk if you want, just to see if they could be a good match for you. The other question that often comes to mind is, should I seek for a male therapist or for a female therapist? There are wonderful professionals, both males and females, so it doesn't matter that much generally, I would say. But there are some cases where female or male psychotherapist would be a better fit. For example, if a man has grown up only with his mother, he barely had any contact to his dad. He has male friends, but they communicate only on a very superficial level. So they talk only about hobbies, only about films. They don't really communicate about deeper topics. It might be very difficult to connect to a male psychotherapist and talk about deeper topics. So in such case, it might be that a female therapist would be a better fit. There are other cases, for example, when a female has grown up with a very obsessive, protective mom and no father presence whatsoever. So she's really sick of this female presence around her. A male therapist might be a better fit for her. There are also some topics that a person can work better through with a female psychotherapist. Then he might want to switch to a male psychotherapist to work on his other topics. This depends on the client. The psychotherapists, we are trained to work with all kinds of topics. Of course, we specialize on some, but generally for most psychotherapists, we work with both males and females. It actually depends on the client, how they feel more comfortable. So you have to choose if you want to work with a female or with a male therapist. Another question is, which psychotherapy school I have to look for? It doesn't matter. So most of the therapists, they have one psychotherapy school, but that's a very serious profession where you keep learning your whole life, your whole career. So all psychotherapists, we keep reading, keep going to some workshops, some extra courses. We learn new methods so that we can be of most use for our clients. And nowadays, the differences between the different methods, between the psychotherapy schools even, we are very flexible, so to say. So I'm a Gestalt psychotherapist, but at the same time, I know a lot of methods from other schools as well. And if at this moment with this specific client, another method would be more suitable, I will use it, of course. So the school doesn't matter. What matters is that the specialist has the proper training. There are some natural talents out there who are very empathic, who intuitively know the right questions to ask, who are very good listeners, but this is not enough for a therapist. The psychotherapy training, it's a very important one because it helps you master those skills. What you go through in the psychotherapy training, so each psychotherapist has to go through their own process, to work through their own topics. We learn a lot of theory, we do have practical exercise, so we usually start working with a colleague who gives us then feedback, what to improve, how to work better. When starting your practice, you start with working under supervision, so you have a very experienced psychotherapist by your side who you can ask some questions where you're not sure. So this is what's missing out with people who offer some kind of consultations without necessary education. So you got the name of a psychotherapist from a friend, or you found yourself one online. The next thing you have to do is actually schedule an appointment. It's important to do this step. I know it's very difficult, it's very scary, it's complete new thing, so you go on a complete new journey when you do this. But it's crucial. So don't just get some data on therapists and contact numbers, just actually schedule an appointment with them to see if this is the good fit for you or not. Sometimes it will work from the first therapist you contact. Sometimes you have to contact a second one, maybe a third one, to find a better fit for you. Here I have to warn you, there are some situations where people contact third, fourth, fifth and so on therapists. They go there just for one session and then it didn't work. And in this situation we see a fear of commitment, because to work with a therapist, that's a commitment. And it can be very scary. So that's why they go to a lot of therapists and they don't really start their process, they don't really start working. And it's not that the therapists are not a good fit for him, he's just scared. And the other thing, it's good to have realistic expectations. A lot of topics, a lot of difficulties, they have been built up for many years, so there is no way to work through it in one session. So have some realistic expectations. Yes, you might need to contact 1, 2, 3 therapists to find the best fit for you. If you have already done that and you still haven't decided on a therapist, just give yourself some space. Have a look at how you felt with those therapists and just pick the one who you felt most comfortable with. Don't look for a perfect person. Just look with a specialist who you feel safe with, you feel comfortable with, you feel that they're really there for you, they hear you, they see you, and just keep working with them. If you're still not sure whether or not you need to contact a therapist, just have a look at our video.